Welcome back to the show. Before the break, I had mentioned that we'll be featuring 3 youth role models on the show this month. As we heard from the first 2, now we're going to be hearing from a young woman who's working her way up in show business. I'm outside of Mohawk TV's office by our lovely sign with Governor Harday Jacobs. She's a young actress in Kahnawake. So welcome to the show.
Thank you.
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Well, I'm currently in my 3rd year at John Abbott College. I'm in the Youth and Adult Correctional Intervention Program. I'm doing my internship at the Native Women's Shelter, and I'm currently doing all kinds of different things with acting and film.
So what got you started in acting, and what interests you about it?
Well, I can't think of like a specific moment where I started liking acting. I guess I've always kind of liked performing, whether it be like running around with video cameras when I was little. Like I don't even remember when I started doing that. Or like I've been in the Turtle Island Theatre Company since I was like 7 years old. And
like everyone.
Yeah. And I don't know, I've just always been interested in like performing, whether it be like gymnastics or dancing on stage, or I even did like circus performing for a while. So I guess I've always just been interested in like speaking and presenting things.
So what have been some of your latest acting roles?
Some of my latest roles this summer, I got just a small part in Being Human. It's on the Sci-Fi Channel. I just played a waitress there, and then and another thing I got was a mini-series called Shockwave. And in it, I actually play an Afghan girl. So that was really interesting, like learning different languages, because my character didn't speak English. So it was interesting learning different languages. I even had to wear like the hijab and everything like that. So it was really interesting to like play a different culture. And so I did that, and I helped my boyfriend out with his short film. My boyfriend lives in Vancouver, so I went out to BC, and there it takes place in like the 1800s, and I played a Chilcotin woman. So. And recently I landed the lead role in Rhymes for Young Ghouls, a feature film directed by Jeff Barnaby.
So what's the movie about? And
Rhymes for Young Ghouls?
Yes. And tell me a little bit about your character.
Well, the movie is about, first of all, it takes place on a Mi'kmaq reserve in the 1960s, 1970s, around then. And there's this Indian agent, and he stole off of some of the indigenous people of the area. And my character Ayla kind of seeks out revenge and tries to steal the money back. And it's all about like living on the reserve and going through this plan and everything that's going on there. And my character Ayla, she's very She was forced to grow up really fast because her mother committed suicide, and her father was sent to jail. So she was forced to grow up fast, and she grew up kind of like as helping her uncle drug deal. But even though she does that, she still has like a strong sense of morale, and she sets up these rules for herself where it's kind of like always stay sober, take care of your family, things like that. So she's like a really strong character, and she doesn't let that influence her. But at the same time, she's only 14 years old, and she's dealt with a lot of cards on her hands. So
I guess the pressure's on for this role because I guess it's the movie's like really anticipated.
Well, yeah, Jeff Barnaby's screenplay. He's the writer and director. It actually won all kinds of awards, and that's where some of the funding came from to go through with this project. So a lot of people are really anticipating like what the screenplay is about, and people are excited to see like an all-Indigenous cast and director and writer, and it's something that's really, I guess, really exciting, and it's kind of a lot of pressure just because it's such a complex character, and I don't want to screw it up.
So, what's it like for you to portray, like, I guess, a Native character?
It's actually the role that's closest to home for me, because I recently went to a First Nations youth forum, and I was laughing because like anywhere you go, like there's the same problems, the same mannerisms, the same kind of sick sense of humor in all these communities. So it's like, it's funny because it's so similar, even though like we might have our differences from community to community. I find it's like, it hits closest to home because just the small things, it all comes together with me, I guess. Whereas like when I was doing the production Shockwave, when I was playing an Afghan girl, that was something new and really, I guess, exotic to me. It was kind of foreign to me, whereas this role, it's you know, you can just imagine like sitting around with people from town, and that's kind of what it would be like in the production. It's kind of hard to explain, but.
What have been some of the challenges you faced as like a young actress? I mean, for one of your roles, you had to learn Arabic, right?
It was Dari. Dari, yeah.
Still foreign language.
Yeah, I actually worked with a Dari coach for that, and I think because I speak English and some French and some Ganyageha, that like it made my mind more open to like being able to pronounce different things. So that was like, it wasn't as hard as like I anticipated it to be, but there still are a lot of challenges in terms of like getting the accent right or the emphasis on the right syllable. So, but just I find other challenges with like acting and everything is because I'm a full-time student and because I'm juggling acting and you know, like you're dealt with all these things on your plate, and I'm also like working part-time and I'm doing an internship, and so everything is I don't think I would be able to do it without my mother, because she's been my taxi driver. No, but she's really been supportive throughout, ever since I was really little, going to auditions at 10 years old. So I think it's something that really helps me get through it, is like having her there for support and my friends there for support. Everybody's like really, everybody's behind me in what I want to do, and I'm really thankful.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I wanted you to come on the show, is because you're doing all this stuff like acting, which I mean, I think some people would just, you know, try to do just like the acting thing, but you work part-time, you go to school, and then you like you had mentioned, like you go to stuff like the youth forum, and I just want to say, like, go, like good job. And it really is I think one of the aspects that make you like such a great youth role model.
Oh, thank you.
And one of the things I wanted to ask you is, overall, what are your future goals? Is acting something that you want to pursue, or?
For me, I'm kind of torn. I would like to get my bachelor's, and I have like a lot of opportunities and different things that I can do. But right now, I'm kind of taking it one step at a time. I'm still in school for another 1.5 years. So I have some time to think about that, and also with this film, it can open up a lot of doors for me, so I'm gonna see where it can take me and what I'm able to do with that, and I'll just try and figure it out. Like, I'm hoping that I won't have to choose between school and acting, but ultimately I will continue on to pursue like a higher education. It might not be like within, like as soon as I finish my schooling, but it's definitely something that I want and something that's really important to me. So I'm hoping that I don't have to choose between acting and school.
So finally, how can everyone from Kahnawake see your work on the big screen?
Well, By the Rapids is on air now. You can even find it online on APTN's website. There's also Being Human, which should premiere the next season on the Sci-Fi Channel. I'm not entirely sure where Shockwave is going to be, which network is going to be on. It sounds more like a sci-fi, it's a sci-fi genre, so it should be on one of those channels, but I will be like informing people of like which networks and whatever that's on. But for Rhymes for Young Ghouls, I'm 80% sure that it's going to be submitted to different film festivals and things like that, and I'm pretty sure that Jeff is going to have like different premieres, like screenings, maybe, I don't know, at the AMC. Don't quote me on this, but this is just an example. It's hard to tell what it's going to be, like where it's going to be shown during pre-production. So I will be informing everybody. I'll let everybody know where you can find the films and everything like that. So.
All right, so thanks for letting me interview you.
You're welcome.
Well, I hope you enjoyed that. I don't doubt that we'll be seeing more of Go Inaherde on television and in the movies. So good luck to all your future endeavors and to our other youth role models as well. Now, if you know someone who you think is a youth role model, please send us an email at jessicad@mohawktv.ca or give us a call at 450-632-6397. And that goes with if you have any comments or questions about this month's show. So I hope you enjoyed it. See you again next month. Anna. Welcome back to Exposed. Nope.
We're on location next to the sign.
You need to push me to the end. It'd be so much easier if I didn't have to paddle.
What happened to the buoy?
It floated away.
Oh,
I don't know how. Ah! Are you filming me?
no, of course not.
The third is a young woman who is making her way up in show business. I didn't do that right.
Where can everyone see you on TV on the big screen?
Do I answer right now or?
No. I just feel like a deer in headlights.
Kanya ke haga thadi adraste kayerniga hiadu ze waderoru.